So Rachel Wendt here, Executive Director for the Kentucky Association of Chiropractors. Today, I want to bring you another video in our No Surprises Act series. Today, we're going to be talking about kind of what a good faith estimate is. So in previous videos, we've gone over kind of an intro to the No Surprises Act and which patients should receive a good faith estimate. Today, we're going to talk about, like I said, what is it? And so one of the key concepts that was passed with the No Surprises Act is basically that it was to ensure that patients do not receive medical bills that are kind of greater than they anticipated. And this includes non-emergency settings like a chiropractic clinic. So the good faith estimate is a way to basically give that anticipation of what their medical cost may be, but it can't just be a generic, here's our fees. It has to be specific to the patient, specific to their treatment plan, and services that that patient is anticipated to receive. So it's not just a blanket one size fits all. It does have to be customized to the specific patient based on their needs and their services and their treatment plan. There are quite a few things that are required elements for the good faith estimates, or GFEs as I'm going to call them. So I've outlined all of them in our online article. You can head to the kac.org/No Surprises Act to get that full list, but I want to highlight a few here. So a few of the required elements are a list of reasonably expected services for the patient's scheduled visits with prices as well. A couple of the things include a CPT code, as well, that like when you're going to list the price, include that CPT code and the ICD-10 codes. So now you're probably like, oh shoot, this patient, I've never seen them. How am I going to give them an ICD-10 code? Well, you can put a TBD in there if you've never seen the patient, and I encourage you to put a TBD there. In order to comply with the law, you do have to put something in there. The last thing you want to do though is have your staff guess, say they're on the phone and they're like, oh yeah, I've hurt my back shoveling snow. Don't render a diagnosis without seeing the patient, and don't have your staff guess. Put a TBD if you're giving this, verbally over the phone, but do make a good faith effort on the GFE regarding what's in there. So then once they come in and you have seen them, you're going to include the diagnosis code in any GFEs going forward. So they're moving from acute care to maintenance care and you're giving them a new GFE. You can include now that diagnosis on there. So remember, both CPT and ICD-10 codes, once you have those going forward, or anticipated services. Other things that need to be included on the GFE would be the patient and provider identifying information. So that includes the provider's NPI number. There are quite a few disclaimers. And again, we have all of them listed out for you on our website at the kac.org/No Surprises Act. The last thing I kind of wanted to cover was, you're probably like, oh shoot, like where am I going to get a form? Does this have to be on a specific form that, Medicare or CMS made? So it does not need to be on a specific governmental form. They did create one. It's like 9 pages long. You can use it as you want to, but we also, the KAC, have been working with other state associations, and we've created an editable form for you. So KAC members, again, head to the kac.org/No Surprises Act. Click on the downloads part and it'll take you all the way to the bottom of the article where you can download different templates to use in your office with all of the required parts. We do recommend, if you do edit it and you are removing an element, make sure it's not one of the required elements. So again, just scroll back up a little bit in that article and it will go over the required parts, but it includes all the disclaimers, places to put CPT codes, ICD-10 codes, your information, patient's information, all of that. Last thing I want to cover is how are you to satisfy this requirement, right? So we must give the good faith estimate in writing to satisfy the law, but you also can present it, like I said, verbally over the phone. But in order to satisfy the written part of it, it has to be either through the form of like an email or a patient portal or a written document if they're coming in. You can satisfy that written requirement though through those electric means, like I talked about, through email or patient portal. But if you're doing it electronically, they have to have the ability to both save and print the GFE. So make sure that those are options in your EHR that you're using. That is a requirement, that save and print. Again, you can also give it to them when they're in the office, but if you're satisfying the written requirement through electronic means, make sure that they can save and print. I think that is everything that I want to cover. Stay tuned for our next video here as we'll go over some more information and resources. But again, everything that I'm going to cover in these videos is already in our article under the kac.org/No Surprises Act. So I hope this was helpful and we'll see you next time.